Hello. I think we should be live. Let me check the monitor. I think we're good to go. Something different today. I just wanted to finish this fan art. And since I wanted to finish it, I thought, why not stream it? Hope you're doing well. The character is on the right side and Spotify is minimized, so you can't see it. Let me reduce the size. Hi JT, thank you for the lurk. Thank you. We have one more emotes, I think, since last I streamed. Not frequently used, all of them. We have several more. We have cozy, wow, and soul. The title includes Theron. We still don't know much about the game, just the trailer came out. And I'm not a fan, well, not a fan, I didn't even know the genre of games is an otome game. But the characters seem to be quite nice, so I decided to draw it. Let's see if this works at all. I don't know why I cannot post this. Technology is such a breach sometimes. I'll leave my phone on the side since I need to keep an eye on notifications. Check that the bitrate is good. I think it is. Maybe I need to move it slightly further. There it is. Okay. We should be ready to start. Cool. I'm so rusty doing this style of portrait / drawing. Doesn't have to go quite scribbly with etching and such. Also, this is supposed to be a bit smoother, so I'm just fighting the system since there's a lot of hair as well. Let me just bring up the reference and we should be good to go. Games. And it's the same reference that you see on the right-hand side. I'm using the black and white version because it's less confusing compared to the other one that has tons of lights. or it could make the something's missing. Oh yeah, because we're on the YouTube layout. This is the Twitch layout. That's what I was missing. Oh, good. Oh, good. Reference out. We're good. Okay, so I left that I just changed one of the eyes because the size was off. Focus on me. Also, I need to grab a sheet of paper because when I started this, my hand, my left hand, has become more than a mess or worse than a mess. So I'm gonna try and keep a little tidy, especially when I'm working on the right hand side. Like now, let me do this. Hope you can see enough, even if let me do this, maybe. You can see a little bit more when I'm laying my hand on it. Just so tricky because my hand is sliding across the paper. Like I'm a stranger now. May I just watch me cry? I'm still bleeding. I have all the possible supplies. I have charcoal, I have graphite, all sorts. But I never, like, it takes a while for me to cycle between media. So this is a chance for me to bring out things that I haven't used or that I haven't used in a long while. I've been doing so much more ink drawing. The draw with pencil is very alien, or feels very alien at the moment. Because I do my sketches in pencil when like when I've done the gouache fan arts, for example. But it's not the same thing. I don't add this much shading, for example. I'm gonna try and not go too dark with the pencil because I know that I'm not gonna achieve the level of like the darkest darks. So I'm gonna just overall darken the whole character because he has a bit of a bronze skin. So pretty much nothing should be super bright or super white. It's gonna take a while, so sit back, relax, enjoy the music, and if you feel like it, chat away. Gonna just check that the title allows people to find my stream if they look for the character name. Just bear with me one momento. I just want to make sure that I've given the right coordinates. Let's see if it pops up. Yeah, it does. Perfect. All right. Music is going and is up and is updating, which is new. The new emotes, yes, the new emotes. This is definitely a stream where you need to get cozy and chill. Yeah, the soul will leave me in in a short while. My eyes will play the same game that I'm playing today. Because last time I started seeing everything blurry. It's not quite helpful when you're trying to create art when everything goes blurry. Unless you're doing abstract art. Oh, thank you for the love, JD. Thank you, thank you. Feel free to lurk or to chat of whatever you want, to comment, up to you. Even if you just lurk, know that you're appreciated because it helps the stream. So yeah, feel at home. Do what you want to do. Just shoes off the couch, please. Other than that, we're all good. Do you love me, dear? Do you love me, dear? The issue with adding this piece of paper is that I don't have an overall view of the whole piece. So I might mess up some of the tones. Too much for you. Just too much for you. One of the main issues that I have with pencil drawings is that until you added all the proper shading, it looks a bit crap. Like all this area, it looks like it's very, very rough and ugly. But it's just because I haven't added the right values yet. Do you love me, dear? Let me go in order. Discipline should be key. We have some strands over here. Need to make this skin a bit darker. Need contrast with the strands of hair. Howling at the moon. Which is quite appropriate, howling at the moon, because this character is a werewolf. So howling at the moon is spot on lyric for this stream. So I forgot to paste my Spotify playlist that we're listening to. It should be updated. So if anyone fancies it, they can add it to their own library. Pencil drawing takes a long time, but the shading is definitely quicker than when you draw with a pen. Because I have several ballpoint pen drawings in my portfolio, and those took ages. Also, because with pencil, if you overdo it, you can erase. Can't do it with a pen. I'm going to try and blend it in a second. I'm just going to rough in the values. I'm going to go in with charcoal, most likely, later. Oh, hi, Ray. How you doing? Welcome back. And about it, you. I completed the first mermaid. Nice. How are you? I'm doing okay, thank you. I won't be able to stream next week, so I'm just filling in with something that I still wanted to do, which is my daily practice. So I said, okay, even though it's not a complete piece and is half cooked, but I just thought, why not streaming? Ba-da-bum. Ba-da-bum. I hope you can see okay. There's a bit of smoky eyes. So I need to make the under lid a bit darker. Such a captivating character design. Nice, pencil is my favorite media. Oh, I didn't know that. Seeing that you work in digital now. I'm a bit rusty doing all this shading in pencil. So I hope it's an okay job. Okay work. I lost the eyelid. I need to turn this around. You. Think about is you. Ba-da-bum. Ba-da-bum. Definitely the sharper corner. Need to be quite careful not to overcook it, because I'd rather not erase. The paper goes all mushy when you start erasing. I forgot to add one thing to the post that I've done. Dummy. Actually, let me see if Discord allows me to add a picture. Oh, I need to send it to myself and then add it, which is a bit of a pain in the backside. Do you ever have applications that misbehave? You want to upload an image and it doesn't, for example? It happens to me all the time. So annoying. Let me know if the sounds are coming through fine, if my voice is audible and understandable, if the music is too loud, etc. I know. It was my first media. When there is sun, I draw with pencil and pencil colors. That is the best scenario when you have natural lighting. When no sun, then digital is a very good, I won't say compromise, is a good distribution. Broken. Oh, I forgot to bring up the volume. Okay, voice and music. Perfect. Thank you so much for letting me know. It's quite difficult for me to gauge if the volumes are okay. So thank you. And that is a personal thing as well. Some people like me are more sensitive to background music. So if it's too present, it might disturb understanding the voice. Love to draw in natural spaces. Peak with the Taurus. Yeah, nice. Well, you're an extrovert then. I do like to draw outside, but I find external eyes very intimidating. Says the one that is streaming on the internet. But it's different when you're in the same space and it's like they didn't choose to come see you make art. You just happen to be there. Let me see if, actually, let me see on another page or another piece of paper, just for a second, if the tool that I'm going to start to use today is a valid one or not. Let me just quickly do a test. I'm not sure if it's blended enough as I want. Let me see if I... No, lines are very sharp, so let me try and see if I can use this. It's lovely to see the sparrows bath at the fountain and they come near me, curious in what I'm doing. Ah, that's very lovely. I've never had that happen, but I haven't drawn outside much, so I didn't give it the chance to happen. I'm gonna keep the lips slightly lighter. Once you're there. Oh, shrimp. That was a sharp line. Okay. Blend it back. Got me all motivated. Masterpiece. Sorry that in my streams the music is a bit chaos. One song can be classical and next rock. Oh, it's not a problem. I do vary a lot. Like a lot. So I'm used to different genres in the same playlist. Don't worry. Thank you for being so thoughtful then. Touch me, tease me, fill me up. Oh, crab. That was sharp. Touch me, tease me, fill me up. Touch me, tease me, fill me up. Another thing that can happen is that I get impatient, sometimes covering a large area, and I might rush. But if you rush, things can happen and can go south. So I'm going to take my time and enjoy the ride. All the first portraits I made were with pencil 4H, 3H. I did not know that exist blenders, and I blended with fingers. Ooh, that would trigger me quite a bit. I don't like touching the paper, but of course at the beginning is different, like you don't know better. So you do what just feels instinctive. Yeah, that thing. This is too white. It's possible until 1B, 2B, Camasso, but with the H series is possible. Oh, you mean the blending once is etched in the paper, it doesn't go anywhere. Is that what you mean? Cause I will make you every inch a king. Tell me what's in it for me. I need someone strong, willing, and able. Need someone old enough to know better. Do my dirty work. I lost YouTube chat. Where is it? Let me pop it up. Pop out chat. There we go. This is better. I'm gonna be with you in 1 second. Oh, shrimp. I just punched the light and portraits are my favorite art theme. Love how every subtle nuance tells a story. Yeah, and every subtle nuance can also mess up the features of a person. It doesn't look like the reference anymore. But yeah, it's very fascinating. When you nail it, it feels very good. There's a lot of satisfaction. At least I do. Maybe because I'm a newbie. And I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. So when I nail it, it's like, yeah, I did something right. Come on. Receding cheek. Like the references is super small, so you can't really tell. But the features that they added to this character are very striking. Crab. To you. There's also a tech demo of this game. They seem to have done quite a lot of work for the wetness of the eyes and the expressiveness, etc. I'm quite curious, also from a technical point of view, what it's going to look like when it comes out, which is unknown. At the moment, there's no release date. Just stumbled on the trailer on Instagram. Still not quite dark enough, this area. I don't even know what I'm using, because this should be, in theory, for me. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. What game is? It's called Silent Whispers, but it hasn't come out yet. It's just been announced a couple of weeks ago, I think. The genre is called otome. It's like a romantic or romancing game, rather. Words, mysterious. Brain and not braining. Even more mysterious. I need to make these contrasts a little sharper. Thank you very much for the follow, Marioma03. Glad to have you here. Me too. Glad to have you here. Are you a fan of the game or the genre? Have you already heard of this particular character, or you just like drawing in general? I'm just curious. And feel free to just not respond. You don't have to. I'm curious by nature. You like to draw? As a lovely thing to do and to express oneself. It's a great way to express yourself. You have a favorite subject that you like to draw? Need to make sure I step back every now and then. Well, just to explore sketching, painting, watercolor markers. Oh, we're similar then. I do all sorts of things. I change media and subjects quite often. You can check my Instagram, and there's all sorts of things over there. I also like to mix and match sometimes. Depends on what I'm doing. No, the truth now, darling, you know the truth. It happened to you. Ba, ba, ba. Never, never, never. The bridge of the nose needs to be quite dark on the sides. Nice that a game be a romantic adventure. Usually 80% are shooters or similar. Yeah, I do love the variety in games, and there are some that are quite extravagant in themes and gameplay. Well, I've been a gamer pretty much all my life, so I have tried and found my favorite ones. Now, darling, you don't know the truth. Truth, now, darling, nothing will happen to you. I generally like open world games where you're left free to explore. And apparently this one should be one of them, at least from the here information that trickled out. It should be open world, or open enough. But can happen to Gee, that was high. I need to look at it from a distance, from up top, and check that I'm not going off-piste because I'm too close to it and I'm at an angle. It could well be that I'm messing something up. Just touching base to move on. The thrill is gone. Let me just step back for a second, see what's going on. Definitely better. I just brought down the right eye a little too much. To me, also this eye should be straighter. To get more the chin down, looking up, glaring expression. Train's gone, the train's gone, the train's gone. I'm gonna bring up the right corner. Let me quickly take a snappy snap so I have progress marked. You could see the background of my phone, which is not great. Picture from up top. Focus. Also, let me make sure that I've focused after I change the zoom, because I see it sharp, but I don't know if it comes through sharp when it's full screen. Just bear with me. I'm just making sure that I match what I'm seeing in the picture. When you share it, tag the game creator. They will be happy to see a fan art. I think I will. Thank you. I think the game company is called Archeon, something similar. Don't quote me on that. on that. I got. Also, let me grab a sip of water. I'm parched. Sorry for the squeaking. That was a little loud, probably. I don't like when it goes a bit blotchy like this, so I might reset the area completely. This way I spoke with movie director. I do studios of movies. They are very happy with homages. Very cool. That was cool. Indeed. Oh, we do have a returnee. Hi, Sakura. How you doing? People do check out both Asakura and Ray's channels because they are great and they do so many diverse things. Well, you got a shout out just now, Asakura, Ray. Hopefully that works. Of course it doesn't. Drum roll. Yeah, now it worked. And I'm going to be back in 10 seconds. Deny, another bot. Smart detection, better. Okay, they must have improved, hopefully, the auto detection of spam messages. Yeah, I think I'm going to reset this area because I started with graphite powder, but I'm not sure I like how it comes out. It's a bit I'm gonna make sharp marks, so I don't know. I'm gonna probably reset it with a pencil, bringing all the values together, and then blending all the neighboring. You completed the game? Which game? You mean the fan art of the anime that I was doing, or something else? Or was it the game challenge? The fan art. Yes, the fan art is done. If you want to see it live, I'll show you. I have it right here. Well, my head might pop in the stream, which is huge. It's gigantic. Oh, that is one thing that I can't do is zoom out, because if I zoom out, I'm just gonna make a mess. But I can show you portions of what it looked like. Where did it go? At the very end of the album. There you are. Don't fall. Thank you. This is how it looked at the end. Whee! I'm going to do a very dynamic view. And this is how it looked like at the end. Ta-da! This is a Witch Hat Atelier anime fan art piece that I've just finished. Watercolor. Yeah, that is now done. And in between major pieces, I'm just doing some practice. Some drawing practice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me bring up the reference, just make sure that it's still working. What you're up to these days? I've seen you were crafting on your last stream that I managed to catch up. And the physical book looks so cool. It does make a difference when you have something in your hands that you made. It's like, this is my doing. And it's a physical thing that I can touch. I've seen a message from Ray who was saying, thank you for the shout out. No worries, my pleasure. I think ads might be on, so I'm gonna reply in chat. There you go. All right. YouTube is going, and this is as well. Let me just do a quick check. Okay, so where was I? Where was I? I needed to finish this down here and then move top left, which I had started, but I hadn't realized that I've neglected this portion. It's quite tricky. The shifts in lightness and darkness are so minute. And if you mess it up, it looks like something is protruding instead of recessing and receding, and vice versa. Like even here, the chin should be lighter on the right side. Gonna lighten it up a little bit. Okay-ish. To my face. I need to switch. Now my brain is obsessed with listening to this song from the trailer Stranger Than Heaven. Getting more ideas for pop-up art. Oh, cool. I don't know what the Stranger Than Heaven trailer is. Is it a movie or a series? Sometimes I zone out from trailers because there's so many, and several, if you don't see them on the official distributor or production channel, they might be just fan made or worse. So sometimes I tune them out. Oops, there was a slip of the hand. You draw fast? No, newbie. For my first portraits, I need almost 1 month for each one. It must have been very detailed. I'm probably not doing justice to the character. It's a game, but the trailer is absolute cinema. Okay, okay. I hear you. I'm gonna look it up then. Stranger Than Heaven. And Ray, replying to what you were saying about speed, I vary, let's say. Sometimes, like I was saying before, I might start slow and then get impatient and start rushing, which is not good. So I should try and pace myself so I don't make any mistakes or any major mistakes that are hard to undo. Plus, given that I'm using a pencil, I need to be extremely gentle. And the moment I rotate the lead, I can have a lot, like it happened in this case, I can have a lot sharper marks than on the other side. So I need to adjust the lightness based on which side of the lead I'm using, as it goes duller and sharper on one side or the other. If that makes sense. I'm not sure if I'm rambling. let me know. I'm trying to focus on not making a monster of this beauty. That one song has Ado, Iga, Tori Kelly, and Snoop Dogg. Sheesh! Everyone. Ado and Snoop Dogg, a combination that you never expected. You never say never. Be open to surprises. I'm working very hard to stay open to surprises and opportunities. I've shut myself away from posting my stuff and sharing my art and my makes. I think it's time to do something different. Which is not, I know is unrelated to what you were saying, because you were talking about artists cooperating, but I felt it resonated with not expecting something and being surprised that it actually happened, because it can happen in real life as well, not just collaboration of artists. This is a bit slow, this song. Let me... Oh, I think my Spotify has just moved to the other monitor. Thank you for wondering. There we go. This is much better. Less chilled, but definitely more in tune with my mood. I've been listening to a lot of K-pop lately. Some people frown upon it. I don't. Like I said, I'm open-minded in many ways. Music is one of them. I've been listening to heavy metal the whole day, so that kind of balances out. Next to you. The only K-pop band I actually listened to was so long ago. Right, it's a bit like anime openings. They might vary drastically in genre, but it's not necessarily because they're J-pop that they're catchy or you start listening to them. It's just they're quite enjoyable. So I don't know. If you're open to discovering new things, you might just give it another listen. Or not. Everyone is free to do as they please, or they should be. IMHO. Standing next to you. Yeah, I love all music styles. Yeah, you're right at home. 2 a.m. Why remember them? I remember all kind of random crap, so I can answer that. It could be that they stuck with you because you remember it. Maybe you connected with something that you were doing while you were listening to them, or it's just one of those things that you randomly remember. Standing next to you. Slowly, ever so slowly coming sort of together. It's more together than it was earlier. I guess it's a win. On the weekend. There's 2 a.m. and then there's 2 p.m. They're together, they're called 1, 2. Good concept. It's very original. I think it's the first time I hear something of that sort. Unless it was a joke and I completely missed it, which is totally possible. Oh, feels like magic. Also, one of the other reasons why I sometimes don't do this type of drawings is I can get so absorbed and so in the zone that I completely lose track of time. And I might be there for hours and hours. 5 a.m. because they were the singing band. 2 p.m. was the dancing band. Oh, I see. They split duties. My phone doesn't want to unlock. Let me give it another. Oh, might skip this one as well. Don't hate me. Was a little heavy. Speaking of singing and dancing, you plan to watch the Michael Jackson movie? Maybe. I do like Michael Jackson songs. I do have several in my, like, one of my favorites playlists. So yeah, I think I will watch it soon. Have you watched it already? Last time I've gone to the cinema was also because you mentioned Project Hail Mary while I was streaming. I was like, oh, wait, I haven't watched that. And you said that it's good, so let me go check it out. And it was fantastic. So if you tell me you've gone and you advise people to go see it, I might take your word for it. No, but I'm torn between watching that and the new Mortal Kombat. From what I've read from kind of, let's say, friends of friends, not to go into too much detail, the Mortal Kombat one seems to be a hot mess. So if you need to pick between the two, I don't know, maybe I would pick the Michael Jackson one. At least there's good songs. Saying it so. Yeah, I had high hopes because I did quite like the first one. Maybe I'm slightly biased as well because the like one of the main characters, or the main character, was the actor that plays Shogun as well, which now my brain decided not to remember because, of course, when you need it, hamster goes on strike. But I did quite enjoy it. And the trailer for this one didn't scream, this is gonna be crap. So I had still quite high hopes. But like I said, I haven't heard massively good things so far. My sample is very limited, so that goes as a disclaimer. I haven't read many reviews or many opinions that say that it's crap or that it's not worth going to the cinema to watch it. But I don't know, I'm a bit more wary of going to the cinema to watch it. I might wait for it to come out in streaming and check it out in the comfort of my home. That's a cool emote. Yeah, it's new. It's JD's doing. Master of emotes. I do like the new one as well, the cozy emote. I do like to blankie and cocoon myself quite often. Let me check that the chat hasn't gone haywire. Very quiet. I think my YouTube has gone a bit stupid again. So much patience. We need to have so much patience. Emotion. This world. Oh, can I can. Bite me. Bite me. As I start with all the good intentions, using the sheet under my hand as well, but you can kind of see, oh, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lot of gray under my hand already. I heard the ding. Checking the ding in a second. Absorb the I'm gonna turn myself grey like the emote that you just used quite soon. That is pretty much me going black and white. Just white and graphite. And since I have you here and you're an aficionado, a returnee, I won't be streaming most likely next week. So I've added to the schedule, but it's like a bit transparent. Just I thought I'd let you know so you can keep your streaks more easily. Oh, hey, JD. Yeah, Asakura was just admiring your emotes. All right. Okay, cool. I use cotton glove without fingers and protect the drawing similar to that blank paper. Yeah, I should have. Well, actually, I do have one glove, but it's not for graphite. It's for the drawing tablet. And I know I should. It's just one of those things that I don't do this often enough to have also the glove. So yeah, I'm torn. I usually draw in ink, and this is kind of not a problem because once it's dry, it's dry. But yeah, I'll consider it. If I see that I'm doing more of these drawings, I might definitely look up. And if you have a link to a glove, or the glove that you're using, or a glove that you've found helpful, feel free to send it either in the chat or via Whisper. So I have it handy. I do trust your opinion. Don't be friend. Don't speak French, I don't speak French. French, I don't speak French.
I use a cheap one or €2. Well, price is not like something that tells me if something is good or not. For digital tablet, I bought one similar to velvet and I cut the thumb and index. At the beginning, I saw one of cotton too. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't chase pricey things just because I think that they're better, because they not necessarily are. So I won't look down on anything just because it's cheap, because sometimes it's just how much money they decide to gain on top of what they paid for the product to be made. If you know what I mean. I think my mouth is too far from the nose and it's too late. Fuck. I see you're nodding. I should add a nodding emote. I don't have any more slots at the moment. There are several that I want to add. I want to add a T emote. Let me zoom in on this reference. Okay, I was a little too round on the left side. Ambient occlusion. Do, 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 do. Occlusion. Sometimes I think I'm losing some marbles. Sometimes I'm sure that I'm losing some marbles. I'm gonna check chat in a second. Not sure if I heard it ding. The last one was that's good. I haven't missed anything. Let me fix this eye. It's bugging me. Bugger. Bugger. Please hold. I'm gonna look for a bit and make me some breakfast. Enjoy your breakfast. Lurk away. Thank you so much for the lurk and for the chat. Much appreciated. Hope you're having something tasty. Also, the scale at which you draw does a huge makes a huge difference. Because if you have an A3, you have all the space to do your thing. Whilst if you're like me, working in a A5, which is tiny, the moment you shift by 1 millimeter, you're already off massively. Something feels off. I think it's this mark that I don't like. Let me sharpen the lead. I know it's tiny, but I need it more tiny. Tinier. Where's my sharpener? It's like a leitmotif of the stream. It's like, where is such and such? Keep displacing my own things. Oops. There it is. It sounded like cows were bringing me the... I don't want anything. Coffee, toast. Oh, that's so sweet. I would get a coffee like right flipping now. Sharpen, 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 sharpen. Thank you for offering a sakura. Very nice of you. The teeniest, tiniest sharpener you can find. Well, probably not, but it's for a 2mm lead. Makes such a difference when you know exactly where your lead will land, instead of guessing. Oh, I'm not going to regret straining my neck so much. Trying to go nice and steady instead of rushing. Hopefully I'll pay off. We'll see. I need to sharpen my teeny tiny eraser as well. But it's going to be scissors to do the job instead of a sharpener. Snip, snap. Much better now. I don't know if you can see it, probably not. Yeah. If I turn it around, you can see that it's quite more pointy. I need a very, very tiny area to come off. I'm going to redo this area altogether. There's one bit of paper that is behaving strangely. It's not taking the graphite as I want it. Let's try it again. This needs to be much, much darker. Where do we have her? We have her here. Something's off. If I look at it from OBS, something is very off. I need to carry on and see if I can fix it. Sorry for the noises. Need to make everything darker around the eye. It's possible that my neighbors might come through the audio. Fuck. Oops. I didn't like how similar the angles of these two strands were. So I decided to delete it, like to erase it. I hadn't realized that I had some graphite for the skin tone, and I've messed it up. I can't go on. Goes quite black here. Don't worry, there were no noises. All is okay. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that the filtering, the noise filtering on OBS is working fine. Yay! This time technology did not betray me. Feeling you and me. Everyone, secrets you feel. Cigarettes. God, it don't matter. Everyone. It's gone too dark. This is still too white for my liking. I'm in the zone. I can tell you the weather is hot. I should blend a little bit, probably. Double. Ba, ba, da. Well, this is from Arcane. Oh, sucker. So keep calling. To go. Oh, get the fuck out of my head. So long, sucker. I hate this life. Oh, oh, my head. Gone, sucker. Already dead inside. Na, 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 na. Hey, you know what? What? That's it. What? No, that's off topic. If you know the reference, you know. Let it go. It was from South Park. Get back out of my head, so long, sucker. I hate this life. Oh, 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 sucker. Already. Just realized I never felt like rewatching Arcane. I think it's because it's too traumatic in places. It's like, nah, I'm not going through that again. No, like, that is just kidding. I hate this life. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Already dead inside. Right, some shows are just not worth going through the emotional roller coaster again. I agree. There are some movies, for example, that I've only watched once for the exact reason. They're masterpieces in some cases, but I cannot bring myself to go through the emotional hurdles. Just too painful sometimes. I'm missing some nuances. Frog, that was sharp. Fanart. Like Grave of the Fireflies, which I haven't watched, but I've only heard that people got traumatized by it, so I don't feel the urge to watch it myself. Did I make the right choice? From what you're saying, I think I have. This nostril is too tall. Never again. Oh God. The crying emoji. Oh, that's intense. Yeah, no, I can't cry. Like, I can't jump in something that I know will bring me to tears. I can do it sometimes, but not often. And not when it's too, whoops, another punch. Not when it's too extreme either. What was I doing? I don't know. Now you're mine. Time. I think I've got several things off from what I can see. Most things don't get me. I'm glad. It's a great thing. It means that you can watch things without breaking apart. Or breaking down. Or whatever the right wording is. Most things don't get me, but when it comes to kids, I'm weak. Yeah, I don't know who, like which viewer I was talking about this, but I managed to cry. Oh, well, I think it was last week. Or last stream. We were talking about animes and animation movies and how much we've shed tears. And I mentioned Coco, I mentioned Spy Family. Yeah, some of them are quite intense for me. Word of the day, intense. It's been an intense day. That must be why. Let's go. When it comes to kids, I've just realized what you meant to say with the typo. Hamster off. Please hold while we retrieve the hamster. In Italian, we would say, I'm moving with lead feet. Very slowly, very cautiously. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Oh, crab. Just move the whole mouth. I think this might be too high. I'm gonna revisit it lightly. Oh, that's what I need to do. Lift the end of the eye a little bit. think that's the angle I wanted to follow. I think. Try to be Hey JD, thank you for the lurk. That made me jump. Very sensitive. Me. Yes, let's Bob Rossify our cactus. There you go. Thank you for the redeem. Where you kiss me. Be romantic. Just think you get. I need to do a super blend everywhere. I think I've rotated the lid and now it's all wonky. This doesn't convince me. Love the little Bob Ross. Glad you do. Thank you for the redeem. Yeah, the moment you start adding contrast, it starts to come alive a little bit more. Let me check that YouTube is still going. Looks like it is. Good, good, good. Reference. Thank you. I just wanna be a drug. I wanna be a. I just wanna be a drug. I just sure, sure. Succès. Petit à petit. My French sucks. C'est toi, c'est toi, c'est toi. C'est toi, c'est toi, toi. Bon, je te. Mon petit cœur. C'est toi, toi, toi. Petit à petit. C'est toi, c'est toi, c'est toi. C'est toi, c'est toi, toi, toi. Mon petit cœur. Mon petit cœur. C'est toi. Oh, hi. Hi, Ruth. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Yay for the dancing. I'm about to go to work. I hope you have a lovely day despite work, and work is not too stressful. I hope you take care, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for stopping by. It's always lovely saying hi. I myself here. That's very sweet. That's very kind. Thank you so much. Take you there. Take Lucifer. Devil in disguise. Show me how this works. This is going to bite me in the backside. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. Take a look. Lucifer. Devil in disguise. Show me how this works. I said I was going to mess up, and it happened. Just wanted to remove the excess, but I've removed the whole flipping thing. Yeah, dancing party in chat. Yoo-hoo! This works. I'm gonna take you there. You art stream and UFC. No, I just missed one message before that. You know, I got two very contrasting things on screen right now. Let's see. Can we find any similarities? I guess not. I imagine if you saw the body features of this character, you might find them fairly similar to a UFC fighter. That's the only analogy that I can pull up. Trying to find common ground. Oh, this is a bit slow. I'm gonna skip it. Another track from the same soundtrack as the one before. Oh, hi, Bachi. How you doing? In a streamer to viewer sense, very much. I hope you're well. Take it slow. Take it easy. I see your game, and I raise to thug. Better now that I see your drawing. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Glad you like me. You like to see me draw or paint or whatever I'm doing. Yes, I'm creating art. Indeed. I am. Yeah, that is fun. Art personified. Art with legs. I hope it wasn't an ableist view. If it was, I apologize. I meant no harm. Why is the nail of the fourth finger shorter? You mean mine? There are at least two that are shorter. They break. Hi, Gabubu. Congrats on the affiliate. I was seeing you were having a bit of a party earlier. I popped by the moment you were celebrating a raid of, I think, 15 people. Oh, we're doing okay. Just chatting. It's called perspective. Oh, you mean this? It's very, very small. Now it's gone even smaller. Yeah, dance party. Woo -woo. Never doubt Bashi. Yeah. It's a dangerous thing, the doubting Bashi. The peace. Anyway, my job is to distract Maria from doing her work. Lucky for you, this is not work, so you can distract me as much as you want. I also made my first emote on stream. Yoo! I'm gonna check it out later. A bread-looking cat. That's gonna be used everywhere. Can't wait for to show you it. Is an animated one. As soon as you have it, please do spam it and chat with reason, within reason, of course. Run away. Pass by. I shall take some time. Love. Oh, the cat playing, doing the love with the paws tucked in. That's genius. Yeah, I think it took longer to have approved the first ones that I've uploaded, but then it got better with time. Maria doing some whisper karaoke. That is always the case, unless I'm doing a full-throated karaoke. Some must take some time to get approved. Yes, indeed. No, that's mostly because I just got the affiliate. I wonder what did they check? Well, especially if there's text, they want to make sure that things are by the rules. Or maybe they check for copyright stuff or just plain safe for work material, etc. Once I upload more of the same amount, they will remove the cooldown for me. Yeah, it can take a little bit. Well, I've pretty much all just become affiliate at the end of January, so it's not that I can speak by volumes of experience. But I have a number of emotes by now, so I can give my 2 cents. Maybe that, yep. Either way, you're an affiliate now, so you're on your path upwards as a streamer. So congrats. Yay! Party time. And the music. Stretch. Thank you. Thank you, Gabooboo. I do need to stretch. I need to crack my knuckles as well. That stretch came right on time. I could feel the tension in my neck going upwards. Self-redeem, hydrate. I didn't even spend points. Lucky me. Oh, someone wants to see me game. Thank you for the lurk, Verminoso. Thank you for contributing to the community challenge as well.
I can show you mine. I keep going in this area, trying to darken it, and then I get dragged somewhere else. All right, I'll go to sleep for now, so I'll let the stream run in the background. Take care, y'all. Have a good night day. Also, thanks. Thank you for popping by despite being even later than it is for me. So thank you, thank you. And thank you if you leave the stream open, is much appreciated. I don't know how long I'll be going because it's already 2 a.m. and I should be going to bed. Otherwise, I'll regret it tomorrow. But thank you indeed for stopping by. 4 a.m. for you. Sheesh, I thought you were +1 compared to me, not +2. That's very late. Almost early. Well, have a good sleep. Have a good sleep and enjoy your rest. We'll speak to you tomorrow or soon enough. Take care. Bye for now. Thank you again. I can show you. Darkening this area. Brain, focus. I'm almost hating that all my angles are the same. And the moment you see it, you can't unsee it. Ready to blow.
My proportions are fucked up. Perspective. That's a bitch. Yeah, sometimes I tunnel vision and I don't realize until it's too late that my proportions are off, like in this case. And it's not even that, because if it was perspective, I think this section between the chin and the collar would have been shorter than in the reference, but it is like double the distance and it's bugging me, and I might redraw it. Well, it's not that if I use a reference I need to match it like a 1 by 1. Like if you don't see the reference, can you tell that is wrong? Well, if you can, good for you. But I don't think it's massively problematic. The issue that I have more than the distance between the chin and the collar is between the nose and the lips. But it is a much bigger deal if I need to change that area because I've shaded everything. Holy shading. I've turned the lead and now it's all streaky and stripy and fucking annoying. And I kind of don't want to use the kneaded eraser because otherwise I'll end up with even a splotchier look. I'd rather avoid it. Let me see if I can help it with this, but maybe not. I'm going off piste. I don't want to create an avalanche. Goodbye, chin. Don't hate me. This is the end. I feel I lose myself. I need to do it, I think. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna finish shading the left side of the neck and then decide if I want to. Lighten the middle of the neck. It's time to choose. In the air. Tell me the truth. This is the I lose myself. I'm going to use a very professional tool, a makeup disc. Feeling the air? Yes, I am. Not sure if I'm doing it all today, but I am. At least the kind of the bulk of it, like just giving the shape, because now it doesn't look like much. Something's gone AWR. Show me part of your routine. I'm gonna leave the color untouched for now, just in case I decide to change things up. Let me grab a piece of paper so I can dull the sides of this lead. It's getting on my nerves. Yeah. Show me a trick. Part of your team.
part of your routine. We might have ads. This song sounds very 90s boy band. I should draw only bold people. Hair is such a hurdle. Break. But this area is very, very dark, so I'm not sure if I should do it with the pencil or I should resort to charcoal. Heartbreaker.
Falling in sleep. It should be calling in my sleep. Why not falling? Talking in my sleep. Talking to you, girl. Talking in my sleep. I feel like I'm saturating the paper. This microphone is still working, unlike last time. Also, this should be darker. My values are again off. Talking to you, girl. Talking in my sleep now. Talking in my sleep now. Talking to you, girl. Hello, El Grezzo. What light grade is that? This is a 4B, despite what it says on the tin, because I've changed the content. I've swapped the 2B with a 4B. And it's not nearly dark enough. You're welcome. And welcome. If you have other questions, ask away. Feel free to ask. What you take me. I don't know what your taste is. What's the darkest you think you'll be going? I was thinking of using some charcoal pencil. So I'm going to go probably much darker where I need the darkest darks. I'm just trying to be a little cautious. Yeah, I can show you a comparison between what the one that I'm using is like versus the charcoal that I'm thinking of using. So this is my scrappy scrap. So if I go as dark as I can with this one, it gets to this point, but with the charcoal, it should go a lot darker. So hopefully the features will pop a lot more once I do that. The void stick. Exactly. Dark matter stick. They'll definitely do it. Yeah, at the moment it's very mid. It's not quite punchy enough. But since I'm still figuring things out, I don't want to go too dark because otherwise lifting the charcoal will be a fucking nightmare. Pardon my slip. Plus I usually don't draw with a pencil. I don't shade with a pencil. I tend to draw and shade with ink. So this is something that I haven't done in a while. So I don't feel super confident. Hence the caution. You are the teachers. Do you draw yourself, Grizzo? I'm curious, but feel free not to reply. Don't feel like you have to. I'm just curious. There's no love in the end. Rarely, okay. I know. Is the camera flipped or are you actually a lefty? I'm actually a lefty. Certified lefty. Hence the mess that I always make. Well, if you can get messy if you go left to right and you're right-handed, but I'm lefty. I'm a lefty. I hear writing can be a pain. Yeah, I would say so. Definitely writing compared to drawing, you don't have freedom of choice which direction you want to go. So yeah, it can get quite messy. Like a little fun fact, when I was little and I was in school, I used to call this pen, this hand, my smart hand, because we were writing with a blue pen. And by the end of the day, my left hand was half blue. So that was my Smurf hand.
know. As I've never drawn a wolf cut, and I've never paid too much attention to how a wolf cut is composed. The land of discoveries is vast. I know, should be killing kind. My love is the killing kind. In fact, I have given up on the right hand side because this was supposed to be very dark by the ear, and I just left it because it felt a little pointless to keep hammering with graphite when it's not. I know that it's not dark enough. I'll get there eventually. Sang me to sleep, sang to know, but the bottle loves me. True for the pain. That's fair. If you keep working up the graphite, will it be more difficult for the charcoal to take to the paper later on the right side? Possibly. Again, I haven't combined the two probably ever. So you're absolutely right that it could be that the graphite will saturate. If I insist, it will saturate the paper so the charcoal won't take. But we'll discover that. I might do some tests in like on a different piece of paper just to see if I should approach it differently, or is doomed to stay mid forever. We shall find out. Stay. Cool. I'm also curious if the LED shine in specific lighting will blast through the charcoal. It is possible, and also depends on how, let's say, thick the charcoal is on top. Also, I don't know if I managed to lay the charcoal on top of the graphite and by itself it would lift if I fix it with a fixer, with a spray fixer. If I would be able to make it grip by covering it. Because like you're not staying, like you're not going anywhere, you're staying where you are. Yeah, changing media, art media is often challenging, or it can bring surprises that are not particularly pleasant. But I do like to change. It is possible that I always will stay average in all of them, but I'd rather have fun than bore myself to death using the same media over and over. if you get what I mean. Glad to hear. Yeah, if you were to have a look at my Instagram, you would clearly see that I cycle through media. And it's like, kind of quite funny because you see the cycle of media and the cycle of subjects as well. So yeah, it does happen. And that is kind of part of what the channel is. It's just me bringing to the audience how I do things with different media and portraying different subjects. I like to show the process because it's often messy. Goes without saying, it's definitely messy. And there are things that people don't show. Like those that make art, they often only post or share things that work and turn out pleasant. But I share even the mess ups in real time, not even edited. Well, I edit it when I put the shorts in on YouTube, but that's another deal. Like on stream, I don't take anything out. I just show it as it is. And also people over time might appreciate that it's not a talent matter, it's more a practice matter, and everyone can do it. You start that is crap and is crap for a length of time or a length of hours, but then it gets better. Nobody should be discouraged to try. I can already feel that the paper is not taking the graphite, especially around the eyes. I think I capped it. So we'll see what happens when I add the charcoal. Uh-oh, what happened, Asakura? What happened? What did you do? Or what did you see? The uh-oh might be something that I've done. You're supernova. There's a number of unknowns left to discover. I have to hop out now. I am glad that you've managed to come by. It's always a pleasure having a chat. I hope you have a lovely day. And again, I will see you soon. Which might be after next week. Lots of love. Frog. I hadn't summoned any frogs until now. Oh, thank you for the
Raising the roof cactus is always cheer me up. It does always cheer me up. Yay. Let's all together lift the roof, raise the roof. My fucking brain is fried. Help. But English is not my first language, so when I get tired, it gets even more wonky. I hope you forgive me. There's something off with the eyes. I'm not quite nailing what I want to do. Oh, the hair is going to be quite the project indeed. Especially if I keep this level of, let's say, detail, where each strand has its own shading. Yeah, hopefully it won't be too nerve-wracking. Like if I feel that is going to be too much, I'm just going to figure out the bigger shapes on the outside, but not define them as tightly and as contrasty as the middle. So it will be like a fade out, more focus and more contrast at the center of the piece, so towards the eyes and the face, and then kind of grayed out. But I'm still not sure. And it might be easier somewhat if for the outer part, because some areas should be like just a highlight against the black background as it is in the reference, and it makes it easier because you can just with an eraser you can lift, like you can do like a blanket value and then lift, just bringing up what you need to see. Give and take. There's you're going black out the background. I tend to like it. I've done it for a Vi fan art that I've done from Arcane, which is, well, I've done one for Jinx and it's a half blackout, and then I've done a Vi that is a full blackout background, and I think it does pop a lot more. I don't know, I'm thinking and tinkering. I do like a black background. I also like to work light on dark, so with a black paper and then using, well, different types of whites. I'm going to use graphite for that. I would say no, because if I start with a graphite, I will have a too mid value to make it punchy as I need it. So either I go charcoal, or I could mix and match and do an outline, an outer area of either watercolor or gouache. So I know that it's like a pitch black and it's full black, like a solid black. I don't know, if I'm gonna test it out on a different piece of paper. I'm gonna test options and see what works. But it's unlikely that I'll go graphite. I might go with charcoal because it's already punchier from the get-go. Once I've established where the contour of the hairstyle should be, because I'm still not sure. I know I have a reference, but I'm not sticking to it like 100%. So I'm freestyling a little bit. Also, I might be going towards the less lucid version of my brain, even though it is quite late. It's 10 to 3, shish. I completely neglected checking the clock. And it's like 50 minutes since last I checked. And it's extremely late. I'm also not pushing the graphite all the way. I'm keeping it still, I don't know, I think the maximum that I've insisted is like, I don't know, 70%. Like if I go heavy, like I've done on the test piece that I've just thrown away, is over here. Like my test is darker, like I was pushing like full on, and it's darker than the darkest value that I have on the drawing. So I could push it further, just that I don't want to overdo it, especially because I don't want to engrave the paper, because once that is there, I can't blend shit. As far as smart graphite can rough up the paper pretty quick. Yeah. I remember that I've had issues in the past where I wanted to add more or to do something else or to change values, but I couldn't because it was kind of too late and I had overworked the paper. Also, some papers do take media and different medias in different ways, even if it's like the same mixed heavy cartridge paper. So where the door is open towards many roads ahead, many paths ahead. You can already see, like if I go over an area that is like my, let's say one of my darkest values, it does go darker. Just that I'm not super convinced that I should insist too much. This is inspiring me to pick up my pencils. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yay. Celebration. I'm hyped. And if you ever pick up the pencil again and you have a post or a linkable, a shareable link, even if you want to just send it to me, I'm super curious. Like if you ever want to share, I'm very supportive of other artists, especially those that, like me, don't have it easy picking up pencils and medias and such and start making art. So even before streaming, even though I'm getting used to streaming, and still sometimes it takes me like an hour and a half to get revved up enough to start doing start with a session. So if you ever feel like sharing, I'm here. Oh, that's kind of you. I doubt I actually will. And let the pursuit of perfection get in the way too often. Yeah, the pursuit of perfection is more hindering than anything, and I kind of say that from experience, because I do tend to be too precious sometimes and not play enough and not experiment enough because of that aim for keeping it tidy, keeping it pretty, don't break it, don't overdo it type of attitude. But yeah, just like I said, I hope you have fun with your experiments, regardless of if you post them or not, or share them with anyone, as long as you
yourself have a good time exploring art is always a good thing. And if anything, even if it didn't come out the way you wanted, for me, the fact that I can completely immerse in what I'm doing and not think of millions of other things is already a winning move. So even if it's just for that, I'm happy to be creating. Do you do anything specific to get symmetry with the face? No, I tend to eyeball it, and I fuck up quite often. As you can see, like my proportions are generally plausible, but sometimes I just get tunnel vision and I lose track of my reference points. So like in this case, if you check the reference, like the distance between the nose and the upper lip is shorter, and same for the distance between the chin and the collar. So I go with references, but I don't end up sticking to them like 100% like it was traced, because it's sometimes my concentration, I guess, slips. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Also, I have the very bad habit of drawing and painting with the block or the paper as flat as possible towards camera, which means that I have to counter adjust to the perspective, and it messes up massively pretty much every time. I'm trying to get better, but it's gonna take a while. Also because I feel a bit awkward having the wrist a little more bent than my usual. So I don't know, the movement doesn't feel as natural. So sometimes I just say, oh, I think I can do it without the elevation, like the raising. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But that can throw off your perspective. But as for symmetry, I tend to just kind of eyeball it and like measure it. Like this is one eye width, and I kind of check, even with like with kind of measuring tools, like not specifically, but if I do like this, and it's like, okay, this is an eye, this is roughly the same length, okay, that's good enough. If I need to compare sizes, that is. Hope that answers your question. I think I might call it quite soon, because I know that I'm wide awake, but I know that I'm gonna regret it tomorrow. Very, very much. God, which I usually put construction lines, but then my eyes end up different shapes. Can be frustrating. Yeah, for I still have the videos on the channel, like the VODs from when I've done a fan art, just like the latest one that I've done for Witch Hat Atelier. And there's how I go about proportion and structure and symmetry. So this is kind of eyeballed it, like I've eyeballed it. And you can kind of see what I do in terms of construction lines. So I have like my middle line, my kind of notches, like segments that give me a feel of the spaces that I have and the kind of the proportions. Like I know that they're like from here to here is like 1 square. The nose is falling like in the middle of the square. And if I divide in thirds, I have like the placing of the mouth, etc. And do you like it? This is a watercolor. You can kind of see the splashes. I mess up like pretty much everything that I do that it has some sort of unique traits. But yeah, this is like a watercolor. I've started with the pencil, then I've inked it with the fine liners, and then I've colored it with a watercolor. It is all on well, both Twitch and YouTube. Like it's gonna stay on Twitch for the next 20 days or so. But yeah, that's super. Wow, the hair has me shook. I'm very, very flattered. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, if you wanted to see the construction, there's the whole session. Like I've done everything for that piece live on stream. So you can see from like the white page to the final piece all in real time if you want to check it out. And that kind of probably might explain better my thinking process when I go about symmetry and proportions and stuff. But again, I'm self-taught, so whatever I do is my way of doing things. It might not work for you, and it might not be kind of the right thing, like the official not right thing to do. Wonderful, thank you very much. Oh, you're most welcome. And again, if you happen to have any questions, I'm very, very happy to answer any question you might have with the knowledge that I have, of course. I'm not formally trained or anything, but I'm passionate about art and I love to geek and nerd and talk about art with people. Not just art in like specifically, but art is one of my favorite topics. So yeah, if you have questions, fire away. Like not just now, like you can eventually come back at a later date and ask the questions then if you have them and when you have them. I think I'm starting to noodle, which is tinker without going anywhere. I should have probably blended the areas a little more, but again, I think I'm cooked enough. And if I start blending, I might just overdo it and stretch it past dawn, which is not good. The most training I have is a college drawing class. You know more than me for sure. I might have spent more time on it. So yeah, just feel free to reach out if you ever have any questions. Yeah, I think I'm going to probably call it because I'm fried or like an egg. Is 3:05 and is getting closer to dawn than it was to yesterday. So yeah, well, thank you so much for everyone that has been lurking or chatting. It's been an absolute pleasure. And again, I hope you like what you saw. So yeah, if you want to come back, you're most welcome. I usually don't bite. Okay, well, thanks a ton for the stream and answering your questions. My pleasure. I usually have a very quiet stream. I just speak, just to kind of telling my thinking process as I go. If someone chats, I'm happy to chat. Otherwise, you'll hear me yap about why I do what I'm doing. And that's it. Well, I hope you take care. I hope you're kind to yourselves and to the ones around you. Either you know them or not. I hope you're kind either way. And I wish you a lovely day or night, depending on where you are in the world. Again, I will see you next time. Ciao. Bye-bye.